Skips Cowboy, shall we? Now, former Cowboy Cole Beasley will sign a 4-year, $29 million deal with the Bills. He was looking for $20 million guaranteed, but will get just over $14 million guaranteed. Beasley spent his first 7 seasons in Dallas at 65 catches last year. A fan called out Beasley's decision on Twitter yesterday, saying, quote, "Big mistake, Bills won't win." Beasley responded saying, "Was at the Cowboys for 7 years. We didn't win either. I'll be all right." Ouch. Skip, what is going on in Dallas?
I wish I knew. I am once again horrified by this. This is deja voodoo. This is last offseason all over again. How many times did you have to hear me say, what are you doing? Or more appropriately, what are you not doing?
Yeah.
Is Jerry Jones napping once again through the offseason? Because I have put all my eggs in one offseason basket, and it is the Earl Thomas basket. For Jenny, what's it been? It feels like it's been 2 years. I have wanted Earl Thomas because it was 2 years ago in Dallas,
It really
2 seasons ago.
has, yeah.
When he chased Jason Garrett up
right.
the runway, up the tunnel to the locker room. Come on, come get me. I want to play for you. He grew up in South Texas, in the, I think it's the Beaumont, Port Arthur area, which is way south. But he's a Texas kid. He went to the University of Texas, and his lifelong dream has been to play for the Dallas Cowboys. I've been a lifelong Dallas Cowboy fan. It's the perfect fit. And then he stuck it to me in Cowboy Nation last year in Seattle. He took the game over. He's always Johnny on the spot. He's got some of the best safety instincts I've ever seen. He's a little big man who has a dramatic impact on the game and the scoreboard. He happened to be in the right place at the right time twice last year to grab interceptions up off the carpet from Dak Prescott that were tipped or dropped. I need him. I want him. He brings a presence to a defense from his Legion of Boom days that makes you official. It makes everybody in the locker room think, okay, now we got a guy on defense. Last year, you had more of a collection of parts, and there are a lot of kids, and obviously Van Der Esch started to come along, Jalen Smith. These are going to be really good Pro Bowl caliber linebackers, but you don't have that guy who's got the credentials that you say, oh, he can lift it. He can take us over the top and into the Super Bowl, because I think there's enough talent on the overall football team, especially on offense, to make it to the Super Bowl. But you need a guy on defense. You need a leader. You need a presence. You need a dominator in the secondary. And I know Earl's had 2 huge leg injuries. He's broken his leg twice, and they're career-threatening. So I don't know what his physical condition is right now, but I'm going to suspect, because he's a workout warrior, he's going to be okay as he starts to edge into his early 30s. So go get him. And now I have to read reports today. I know they're speculative, but that Cleveland's in on Earl Thomas. And we just talked about it. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he joins the flow to Cleveland. All of a sudden, all signs point to Cleveland, Ohio. That's the destination now for the talent on the market. Well, that's just going to destroy me, because Cole Beasley is really good. And I know you can knock him because he's so little. He is miniature. He's like 5'8", 170. And people thought last year he didn't have a very good year compared to the one he had it was Dak's rookie year 3 years ago. He caught 75 balls in Dak's rookie year from Dak. He caught 65 last year. He's one of the best slot receivers in football. Is he Edelman? No, because Edelman has him by 20 pounds and about 2 or 3 inches. So Edelman's...
But if he was in New England, he might be.
Okay, maybe. You know what?
That's better.
It's a good point, because I'm not sure there's anybody quicker out of the slot than he is. I know Jarvis Landry is better, obviously, as an overall receiver and route runner, but Cole Beasley is really good, and he will be missed. Is he a difference-making game changer, life changer? Amari Cooper is. So you got Amari. So I don't know if Jerry is resting on his laurels, but it took Jerry until midseason last year to say, you know what? I should have done something in the offseason. What did I keep saying? You can't do this by committee, because they just had a bunch of guys at receiver, and finally he went and got the guy.
Finally.
And it changed life, because they went on a 7-2 run that could have been better. He was there on that debacle nightmare night. His first game was that Monday night game against Tennessee. But then if you X that one out, they went 7-1 down the stretch, and they obviously won a playoff game. And yet you can't trust that Amari is you know, he's going to get triple covered next year if you don't have anybody to take any heat off him. Remember, they had Alan Hearns, who was very good last year, and then he had a career-threatening injury against Seattle. And I don't know how I hope he's going to be okay. Michael Gallup emerged as a rookie. I think he's going to be pretty good. You know, maybe not a Pro Bowl player, but pretty good. And Jason Witten coming back, is that going to change your life? I doubt it. So, again, I look at the big picture. On defense, they lost Randy Gregory, and they never really had David Irving. And DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be unhappy because he's tagged. And what? I don't know. I keep saying, do something, Jerry. Just do something. And instead, Cole Beasley departs, and he's happy because he's got some money.
Going the opposite direction.
Going the opposite.
Skip, I think your heart has you overreacting. I know you love the Cowboys.
Well, I do, and I always say I'm psycho. I mean, I do. I completely overreact, and I'm over-emotional about it. But I think I'm right about this, that they need to do something to react.
Well, look, we know in the future, whether some of it's this year or not, they got to pay Dak. They're going to have to pay Zeke.
Yep.
They're going to have to pay Amari Cooper. With all of that coming up on the horizon.
The offensive line.
Right.
We hope Travis Frederick will be back next year.
So with all that on the horizon, can they afford to pay Cole Beasley? He wanted $20 million guaranteed. He got 14.
He did.
I think they were like, look, we want Cole back at a reasonable price, what they think is reasonable, which was a lot less. But we're not going to put ourselves in financial straits with these guys for Cole Beasley. And it could be a positive for you with Earl Thomas. Maybe that money that some of it would have went to Beasley, maybe they'll use it to get Earl because, look.
Can you guarantee me that? I'll be okay.
Look, if it comes down to Cleveland or Dallas, he's already won a Super Bowl. I think with him, it's money. And maybe Cleveland would outbid the Cowboys. But I think if it comes down to those two and money is kind of close, even though Cleveland may be better, I think he picked Dallas. As you said, he grew up in Texas. He wants to play for the Cowboys.
I think it's
and you can win there too, right?
But you're going to have to give them a little bit of home state discount, just a little bit, because the word out of his camp is he wants top safety money. And did you see what Landon Collins got from Washington?
Yeah, he's probably not getting that.
Well, it's just break the bank. It's like crazy money, and you can't go crazy when you do have a bunch of stars that you haven't paid yet.
Right.
You got 3 big ones on offense.
Here's the other thing, and I know how important Beasley has been to Dak in his 3 years, and he is a very good slot receiver. However, isn't it fair to say come playoff time, he was a third option? Behind Gallup. I mean, obviously, Amari is number 1 behind Michael Gallup. I think he was a third option. Hearns, we think he'll be back. I think
so. I just don't know.
Yeah.
And then you got Tavon. Maybe they bring back Tavon Austin.
I had high hopes for Tavon, and then he went LeBron on me. He didn't just pull his groin. I think it just tore because he was gone for much of the year.
You know, it was underwhelming.
And then he just didn't. He had a couple moments, but he wasn't that guy. And he doesn't. He's a weird mix of he can run reverses better than he can catch it, and he's more of a deep threat than a slot receiver, but he's a little quick guy, but he's got speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's different, but he doesn't have Cole Beasley's route running instincts. Beasley would be, like you said, he'd be the perfect fit for Tom Brady.
But look, Beasley, I'm glad he got his money. He's going to disappear.
Think so?
We've heard the last.
Well,
who's
Buffalo
throwing him
might
the ball?
disappear.
That's what I'm saying.
Josh Allen
can run.
He can really run.
He can run, but is he going to throw him the football?
He led the quarterbacks in rush yards. He was beyond Cam. He's beyond Lamar.
I think Cole's going to be he might be a bigger rapper than receiver at this point.
Well, and he's another frustrated rapper, which scared me a little bit because he's starting to get, he's one of those guys. But Jerry, would you please snap out of it, wake up? I know he's getting up there in age. He has to nap through the offseason, right?
We need him to wake up. He's got some work to do. I hope he's listening.
I think they're going to be all right.
I need you to be
I'm with you.
I don't need you walking off the set anymore. It's just too stressful.
You know what? Last offseason nearly put me away, and this one, because they got off to such a hard... They were 3-5.
We remember.
They got Amari Cooper 3-5. So do I have to do it again? Do I have to watch 3 and 5 until...
No.
Well, I get I overreact. I admit it. But it's only when it comes to this team.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the
And
thing.
do you realize how much Diet Mountain Dew I got bet on this team next year?
A lot. And
Already.
Shannon's not here, but he can already say that he wants to win some of that due back. Okay. Odell Beckham, he's no longer in New York.
Yep.
And guess who we have next?
Oh,
Giants
God.
super fan Michael
Right.
Rappaport gives
Look
his
out.
take. You love Dallas. This guy loves New York. He's going to give his thoughts.